Hi everyone, this is Aparna. I am back with another video today, and hopefully, I'll keep it a shorter one than I've been doing in the last couple of videos. So, I won't be reviewing any product in detail. It's just about a painting. I wanted to go for a Christmassy kind of a feeling today. Christmas decorations here, and I'll be using watercolor, and you can see me here using masking fluid. This is by Moloto masking fluid pump marker 4.0 mm round tip. So hopefully I'll keep this video as short as possible. This video took around 25 minutes originally, so I thought it was a bit too long, and I still don't know how to add music in my videos. So talking for 25 minutes is hard, guys, especially for a person who is not very comfortable behind the camera. So I'm going to do my best, and let's see if you can see my process, and just enjoy the video. So here, as you can see, I drew out a couple of decorative balls here, and just drawing out some pine leaves here and some berries. Masking fluid is awesome when you really want to preserve the whites in watercolor. So as you know, it's important that you do that in acrylics, gouache, and any other medium. You can layer light over dark, dark over light. In watercolor, that's a bit difficult. So masking fluid really helps here, and it's quite an experience that I had with this masking fluid, to be very honest. As you can see, I repeatedly was layering it, and I dried it here. I did pause the video in between and dried the masking tape. I'm not sure if I did the right thing here. So in this video, I will talk about certain things that happened. I did come very close to deleting this video. You will see what happens in the end. The artwork was amazing. I loved the outcome. Loved the vibrant colors of Winsor and Newton professional colors here. So it was kind of a little funny. I think I made the classic mistake of not trying out a new product on a paper first before making a final artwork. But it went well. I'm not scared of making mistakes. That's one thing for sure. I'm absolutely okay in making mistakes and learning from it. I do believe making mistakes is part of one's journey, and so it went well. So you can see me here using the wet on wet technique with watercolor. I applied water first, and then I'm layering colors here. The benefit of using a good paper in watercolor is that you can really do a lot of stuff with it, on it actually. And blending is easy, fixing mistakes is very easy when you use a good paper. You will see me do it right now when I use a darker color on it, and I was able to quickly remove it without any stains on the paper, and it was a very nice experience. I have been using water brush pens for a very long time, and suddenly uh, using a brush was really awesome. Here I'm using Princeton Heritage round brush number 6, and it was a joy. It was an absolute joy to paint with a brush after such a long time. Water brushes have their own beauty, of course. If you guys are interested in seeing a video on how to use a water brush, let me know. I'll make one for you guys. Um, this was amazing. I really loved the experience of using a good brush. With watercolor, I have seen what is important is first and foremost is the paper. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. Watercolor papers seem to be expensive. I don't have too much of experience with Arches paper, but it did turn out to be pretty expensive. However, I have to agree, The experience was amazing. The way the colors were bleeding into each other, the way it was spreading, the way it was drying, the way it was layering. I have to agree that in spite of being such an expensive paper, it really is worth it. Really is worth it. And here you can see me layer. I started with a very light color and I'm going over with some other colors. It took hair drying very well, and no patches, no streaky marks, which generally happens when you use a cellulose paper. And it was quite a nice experience, really. So here again, I'm back on the first one. There you are, there you are. As you can see it, I put a dab of bright red, and look at this. Did you see that? I just applied a dark color and just quickly removed it with a tissue paper, and there is barely any streak out there. Now, in my experience, I have seen that if you do the same thing with a cellulose paper or 200 GSM cellulose paper, or even 300 GSM cellulose paper, I have struggled with that part. It leaves a streak, it leaves a mark. However, this one was amazing. It just looks so amazing. It just lifted off very nicely. And because the color wasn't really that bad, it was red on top of yellow. So I was okay with a little bit of mark out there, and I didn't really push the tissue paper very hard to remove it anyway. So I loved the effect of it. And as you can see now, I'm just doing working on the second one. I didn't do the middle part because I didn't want the colors to bleed into each other. So I'm just using, I did use the hair dryer a lot in this video, to be very honest. And I think watercolor takes time, and you do need an extra help. So here again, there I go. So now I go for the middle one and I start coloring, filling in the colors. It's just such a beautiful experience using good colors on an amazing paper. Let's be honest. So I really had a fantastic time doing this one. However, I'm not very sure how the masking fluid reacted with me using the hair dryer so often. Not very sure. You will see something happens in the end, and could have been my mistake, to be very honest. I have never used masking fluid on arches paper before, and the heat setting on the hair dryer was not high. It wasn't cold either, but it wasn't very high. And I feel maybe my mistake was that I kind of maybe didn't let it dry on its own for a long time. So it's a journey. It's I don't give up on this. I'm sure it's going to work. I love masking fluid. I just should have tried in another paper, same brand but on a different subject, just to test it out first before using it on a final piece of work. I should have done that. That's a lesson learned for me, guys. I was so close to just, giving up on that. Like, okay, I'm not going to post this video. But then it's part of the journey. It happens, things happen. I'm not giving up. The art looks lovely. I love the way it came out. The painting came out. And I really wanted to share my journey with you guys. And here I'm just adding a little bit of shadow on the top, where I'm not sure what is it called, the place where the strings are tied, and that really helps in giving the depth in this painting. And it just feels so nice overall. But I do have to agree that I should have tried the masking fluid a bit more before starting off on this one. I've always believed I think I'll just ramble a little bit more about that since you continue seeing what I'm doing. There's nothing much to explain here, really. Just playing around with colors, trying to think of how light is reflecting on the balls here, and if there are any shades which I can, apply. So, some dark shades, some light shades, not blending everything together. So here I'm adding a tiny bit of white. I think it's white gouache, and a little bit of reflective lights and stuff like that. So what I wanted to actually say is that I I come across people who tell me that when they make mistakes they just sort of give up, and they don't try it again. But I really would like to encourage you to not to really stop when you make mistakes. Mistakes help you grow. It was a mistake. You will see what I did here with the masking tape in the end. I know it was a mistake. I absolutely know. I should have tried it before, and I should have understood how this thing works. And I did, like any one of you, I did come very close to not posting it. And as you know, I'm new in YouTube, so I was a bit apprehensive about the whole thing. But I realized in the end that I don't fear making bad art, I don't fear making mistakes, because they help me grow. Then why should I delete this video? I did make a mistake, yes, that's fine. That's how I will grow. I'll try to make sure I don't do it again. And it's a process, it's not a one time life ending situation for me. It's fine, it's okay. The work was beautiful, end of the day. So why should I delete this video, right? And we just live and learn, don't we? So I decided I'm going to keep this video. So I edited the thing, and I added a photograph of it in the end. And I will just go ahead and make another video to end this current video. And yeah, let's see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be okay. And I'm going to be, a little bit more mindful next time when I make another video. And well, that's it. That's a lesson learned, isn't it? Why give up? Why delete? Why cry about it? And yeah, that's always been my approach towards art and any creativity for that matter. You have to learn to be okay to make mistakes. It happens. It absolutely happens. And it's okay. It's all right. That's how we learn. That's how we improve. That's how we move on in life. And I didn't want, it was such a lovely work. I loved it. I do hope you like it as well. But I loved it, and that's a process. The whole thing is a process, it's a journey. And making mistakes, according to me, is just part of the journey. You just learn, you move on, you go ahead, and you finish the work. I believe in finishing the project that you start, even if you feel it's a failed attempt. Believe me, most of the time, if you think that it's a failed attempt, someone else sees it, is probably going to say, wow, that was amazing, because I can't do that. I can't even do what you did. So you will see, we are our own worst critics, really. And we should learn to move on. We should learn to embrace whatever comes our way. And mistakes are part of it, part of life, right? So well, I'm very close to actually finishing one part of this video. And you will see me just giving some highlights of the shadows which are falling on the balls from the surface below. And yeah, this is going to be the fun part. I just can't get over I made that mistake, and here I am, I'm still posting it. So you will see me struggling here. I actually paused the video at this point because it was becoming a very long video, trying to remove the masking tape, and the masking tape was refusing to come out. So that was the struggle. I paused the video, and I forgot to remove it from the pause, and I did not film the rest of it. So you won't be able to see me paint the berries and the pine cones. Well, there you have it. This is the final piece of work, guys. As I was telling you, I forgot to record the end of it, and I obviously forgot to do the uh, peeling of the tape here. But as you can see, it was so wonderful. I loved how this came out, and just looks so vibrant and beautiful. I do hope the camera picks up the colors, and it's just so lovely. And well, whatever happened, this painting is always going to remind me of the issue that I faced with this is what I have been using, Moloto art masking fluid pump maker. And yeah, I had fun, absolutely. And I'm going to remember this forever. And that's the fun part. It's part of the journey, it's part of the process. End of the day, this is a beautiful piece of work, and I enjoyed it. I do hope you liked it. You liked this video with all its hits and misses, all the fun, all the craziness that I was doing. And like it, share it, comment, and let me know what you guys do with your uh, masking fluid. If you have any tips for me, that will be amazing. Stay happy, stay creative, guys, and I'll see you next time again. Bye.